have, signs in their windows saying, trespass, no trespassing, and this and that, well, people don't know. So my big gripe is.
Can I add a comment, or do you know where I live again?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Alright, so, all the examples anyone has given, like burnouts, explosions, that's already illegal. Burnouts, unsafe start, explosions, if it's shaking your house, it's probably a destructive device. You can't have that. So, there's already laws in place for that, so now we're gonna make a local town law that's probably also not gonna get enforced. That's it.
I'd like to add on a couple things here that, like I said about my neighborhood and everything on Halberton Road there, was I got a neighbor that, goes to work at 4:30 in the morning, I leave at 6:30, and I got somebody next to me who doesn't get up till 8. I leave every single morning, and he came over and he said, hey, you got a loud exhaust, and you go past my house every single morning at 6:30 going to the city for work. And I said, well, some of us get up and, we go to work at 6:30. You get up at 8. I've lived all my life. I had to get up for school at 7, get on the bus by 7:15. There's people going by at 6:30 with loud vehicles at 100 miles an hour, 5:30, because there's nothing out there, and they want to get to work fast. They're just having a grand old time with their fun vehicle, and it's that. But I'm not sure how a noise ordinance level has turned into debating our local gun club, even if somebody's shooting out of ours. But that's it.
Anybody that hasn't spoken yet that wants to speak? Does anybody else want to speak?
I'm good. I'll say something stupid.
Anybody? Yes.
Hi, Patricia Thompson. I live at 4052 South Bantry Road. I am originally from Binghamton, and I've lived in the city all my life since I was like 18, and this is the quietest place I've ever lived. Nothing has ever woke me up here except frogs. The nonstop noise that I have lived with my whole life, city buses, subwoofers, probably gangs. I'm telling you right now, I sleep in peace here every night, and I also think that this is a like-minded community, that people like what they like out here, and if you are the smaller percentage that don't like what's out here, maybe you should have thought that before you moved here. That's all.
Was somebody back there that want to speak? I thought somebody had their hand up back there.
I'll speak for 1 second. Amanda Thomas, I live on 15900 Brown Schoolhouse Road. I have to agree with the people that said the law is extremely vague. Like, who's going to make the decisions about what's unacceptable and what is acceptable? I'm just looking at it as from a legal standpoint, but a good attorney would probably tear this right apart. I mean, and also too, I've been in ways, but I don't think it's as bad as some people are making it out. I lived in Brown Schoolhouse for over 30 years, and yeah, we got occasional dirt bikes, golf, and 4-wheelers. Just kids having fun. When did that become such a bad thing to do?
At 2 o'clock in the morning.
Honestly, I don't hear it.
Well,
You guys are supposed to address the board, not each other.
Yeah. Is there anybody else that wants to speak? Anybody else? All right, Kathy will, and then you, I guess, somebody else wants to.
Thank you. I don't recall the gentleman's name that was talking about walking over and talking to their neighbor and being able to kind of work things out.
Just a couple minutes, okay?
I did that. I went over to my neighbor twice and
No,
asked him
a couple
politely.
minutes to speak, and then we gotta move on.
I'm trying to
Okay.
Sorry. And the second time I went over, as I'm walking away, he lets one of his buddies in a white pickup truck lets off one of those explosions. So that's how I was able to work out things with my neighbors. There is no working anything out. I have tried. He says he gets upset when we call 911. We don't want to call 911. We're just asking you to be respectful. Don't go back and forth in front of the house. Stop with the loud music. Stop with the explosions in our neighborhood that literally shakes the house. It shakes the very foundation. And this is not an exaggeration. And it's felt for a distance. That's what we're asking you to stop. You gotta go by to go to work and you got a loud vehicle, keep on going. Don't sit there in front of my house or other neighbor's house blaring it and revving it and spinning out. Again, respect.
I do, the neighbors love it.
Respect. Thank you.
All right, does anybody else want to speak? So I need a motion and a second to close the public hearing. Thank you everybody for coming. We're gonna continue on with our regular meeting.
This is more.
When's the next date about this?
This has to go up to, the county for approval, and it's gotta come back to the board. I believe we can amend it at that time.
Will there be public notice
So-
before it
so-
comes back?
So everything that everybody spoke about tonight, we have notes on all that, okay? So we will go through and, we will go through this local law, and we'll amend it where it
Are we
makes
gonna
sense.
have more than a 24-hour notice to arrive?
And then from there, our attorney will look it over, and then at that point, we'll come back to the board.
Are you gonna make it public when it comes back? To let us know?
It will be on our agenda, so our agenda for every meeting is posted. So when we do have that for the next meeting or whatever meeting it is, it will be posted online.
So let me see if I understand this. You guys can, and I know you don't write the procedures, this is just a question. You guys send it to the county sends it back, and you can amend it and pass it without another public hearing? So you can rewrite the law and pass it without another public hearing? Okay, the procedure allows for that? I generally don't know.
It will still be at a board meeting. So
Yes, but
Yeah,
there
but like
won't be,
which one? Like,
it will be posted, whatever meeting it's gonna be, it will be posted.
You won't be
but
able
there
to
won't be
talk.
any open comment sessions or anything.
So, when it's posted online, we do have a form you can fill out if you wanna speak in favor or against it. Okay, and that's usually right in the beginning of the meeting.
I hear noise.
Okay, thank you.
alright, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.